Hello, Tigers. You are now listening to WSPR, Short Stories and Poems Radio. Thank you for tuning in. Today, the temperature is going to be in the low 60s, around 62, 63. It's supposed to rain later, around 7 or 8 o'clock. Before I start and dive into this segment called Why Settle, I just want to thank everybody for commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Now, I know I've been saying that a lot of my podcasts, a lot of these episodes, but it's true. I haven't hit, that big plateau, and I'm still beginning. This is new beginnings for me. Right now I'm around 90 subscribers, and I just want to thank everybody who has subscribed and everybody who looks at the video. Just thank you for your efforts, thank you for your support, and thank you for your time and patience. Also want to inspire somebody who might be listening to this, somebody who is starting a business, somebody who has an idea that they want to get out to the world, just keep on going. It might look like you're doing it by yourself. It might look like you're talking to yourself. And at times when I start my series, this podcast, it does feel like I am talking to myself. But there's a mission that has to be conquered. There's a goal that has to be obtained. There's a peak at the top of the mountain. So we must continue to move on. Some people want to do music and want to become signed or to be independent and do that successfully. The journey continues. Somebody is listening here, wants to do fashion and wants to create their own clothing line, and they wanted to either get it into a big store such as Barney's or etc., or just wants to have a website and to be successful. The journey continues. Some people are working a 9 to 5 in which they love, which is cool, and want to become manager or higher up. The journey continues. Some people might be listening who don't even know their passion and purpose and are confused in life and trying to figure that out. So the journey continues. So I want to thank each and every single one of you Tigers for listening. Sit back and relax. Today we're talking about why settle. Stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in. Now we're going to talk about why settle. That is the topic. Let's just dive into it, right? So why settle? When life gives you lemons, you clean chicken, right? Perhaps you're a vegetarian or a vegan. Then what? Suppose you simply hate the smell or taste of chicken. Then I guess you have to settle for lemonade. Not the best analogy, right? But I'm pretty sure you get the point. How many times have you found yourself settling? Settling for a job? Settling for a relationship? Settling for living in a place that doesn't make you happy? Settling for friends that don't support you nor have your best interests? Settling in a marriage that you don't belong in? Settling for not speaking your mind and expressing your thoughts? Settling for the lies you told yourself? Settling for sadness? Settling for procrastination? What are you settling for? Yes, you listening to this. I'm talking to you. What are you settling for? I want you to look around your life right now. Look at where you're at. Do not look at your past at all. Just look at where you're at. Don't look at your future at all. Just look at where you're at and write down 4 things in which you are settling for right now at this given moment. If you're settling for not writing these down, stop. Take out your pen and paper, iPhone or phone, and write down 4 or maybe 5 things that you are settling for. Sometimes, in order to recognize the problem, we have to identify it before we can solve it. But first, we must be truthful with ourselves and define these underlying things we are settling for. I'll go first. Today, I'm settling for procrastination. I've always told myself I can do it tomorrow, which isn't good. If you put something off, chances are you'll never get to it. That I'll get to it eventually can go out the window, especially if you have big dreams and goals in life. No procrastination, just get to it. I was reading some book. I don't know whether it's a tipping point or Think and Grow Rich, but the author said, if you could do something in 2 minutes, just do it. Don't settle if you're a procrastinator. Don't settle. That's my number two, settling for fear. Number three, settling for less than you deserve. Now, this is associated with fear. Actually, the fear of success. How do I know? Once again, I've been there. Oftentimes, we wrap our mind on how it's supposed to be, not knowing that life never, and I want to repeat, life never happens the way we expect it to. Nike said it best, just do it. However, the deadliest tricks we play is staying in our head, worrying about what the future holds, or still living in the past. Settling for lies I tell myself. That's number four. That's my fourth. Or you could also say settling for lies you tell yourself. But since we're talking about me and my four, I'm going to say settling for lies I tell myself. What lies are you telling yourself on a day to day? I know we've all been there. Ironically, I pride myself to be a man of truth and keeping it real at all times. However, subconsciously, there are still some self-sabotaging habits in which I'm working on breaking. What lies you ask? Well, I'll share three. Number one, I'm not good enough. Number two, what if I fail again? Number three, I'll never become successful. I'm pretty sure, once again, you've been here before as well. Maybe not to this extent, but I think you get the idea. With settling, the key component is to be honest with yourself. It's the only way to underline the root of any issue you may be facing. Remember, admitting you have a problem is the first step. What you do from there will only test how much you are willing to push limits, how much you not only love yourself, but how determined you are to give yourself the best life possible. Remember, do not settle. You owe it to yourself. Thank you for listening, Tigers. Have a good day. Also, if you haven't subscribed and you happen to cross this, please subscribe. We have some new podcasts coming. We have some more behind the scenes. And we're also working on new segments that we've been passionately waiting to share to you. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, Tigers. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe once again. And until the next podcast, take it easy, Tigers. Don't forget, why settle? Remember, don't settle. You owe it to yourself. Thank you for listening, Tigers. Agape.